Spider-Man just became the King in Black. Yes, the King in Black just like Noel and Eddie. This is so badass. He's fighting in Avengers, a future alternate version of it where Hulk right here is the Sorcerer Supreme. Like, what? This is Venom Wars Spider-Man issue 3. Dude, Peter looks so badass as the King in Black. And I guess the whole Al Ewing stuff about him potentially being always the, the person to take over the King in Black mantle, I guess it's kind of true. We start off in New York City, right next to Madison Square Garden, where we see some zombiotes everywhere in New York. The Venom symbiote is saying that I thought I was a toxin, people, but I'm not. I need to get back to Dylan. Peter, you need to give me up. You think this is the last time you will ever see me, but even if it is, you have to let me go. But you don't want that, do you? You know that deep in your bones. This anchor note that we saw that was fighting Peter and MJ earlier, it stabs Peter through this hive mind, and this is what happens. And see the King in Black beneath. It basically turns Peter into a King in Black, and like it shows him the timeline where basically he goes around the universe and just controls everything. Yes, with this web shooters. It's the kind of thing I've heard tyrants say across centuries, but now in this terrible moment, I mean it. Generally, I've been fighting for so long. Villains, heroes, empires, ever since that day in New York. Mary Jane's mastery of the anchor note, our rule of king and queen until she was consumed. This is my fault. This is where we see the Avengers, and it's like the Guardians. This is Captain Marvel, and I guess that's Peter Quill's Thor, I'm assuming. Thor's probably dead because, King in Black. Surfer right here. Then we see Iron Man, and then that's like the Hulk as Sorcerer Supreme. I'm like, what is happening? Avengers, assemble! Ah! Peter kills every single one of them. Kills Peter Quill, Gamora's dead, Groot, the Iron Man bot. The Hulk gets ripped in half. Yeah, the Surfer, done. Captain Marvel, she gets stabbed. The dark, I can see it. Oh! Now we see the symbiote grabbing Mjolnir, I believe, and a sword and starts attacking Peter. But Peter counter stabs her. And I believe this is the daughter of Peter and MJ. She says though, we were never gone, Dad. We were just yours. May? And I'm confused because it's like, is she saying that you were not my dad? Or is she talking about like the symbiote type of thing? I don't know, but this was insane. So Venom talks to Peter through the hive mind. It's like, hey, Peter, come back to me. That is not gonna happen to you. You need to give me up. Time to choose. Goodbye, friend. Dylan becomes Venom once again, or I guess I should say the King in Black. Spider-Man, it's time to finish this fight. Parker brains are back on the menu. This is where Paul calls Peter and says, hey, that anchor nut you guys were fighting, I don't think MJ's doing good. Like, her vitals are gone and she's gone dark. You need to go help her. And by the way, this scene is Eddie Brock, and Peter's like, okay, I'll go find the anchor note and take him out. But this anchor note is going straight to Madison Square Garden, so we're gonna see the final battle of this thing. I'm just like, what is happening here? By the way, Noel's not afraid of this thing. Fuck that statement.